Utah.
Good things Utah. Good things Utah. Where the good things are.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for watching Good Things Utah today. Nisha is off for the week.
Yes.
And we have Shiloh Belknap filling in this morning. Yay. I love it. And you've seen Shiloh a million times on our show, but when you get to know Shiloh, she's one of the funniest people ever.
I am so hilarious.
You are so
hilarious. I am just like a stand-up comedian.
Well, this is why we love you, is you're so real. I mean, how many times she'll come, so Shiloh does our pins of the week, and she'll come in, and some of them are successful, and some of them are not as successful, and we just laugh.
I know she'll go, well, I suck.
We just laugh.
I am not good at this.
Well, I think it's terrible that I'm on television trying to be successful, and I'm trying to do a good job, and it still comes out a wreck. Imagine what my daily life is like.
It makes me feel better because I do things and I'm like, that didn't work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's why people love you.
real and relatable.
What can I say?
I'm glad you're here.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 3. I have one that just graduated from high school, a 14-year-old, and a 10-year-old boy. So 2 girls and a boy.
Well, in a second, we're talking about raising entitled kids, and I love it because your oldest, that just graduated, she's going to be a cheerleader at BYU.
Yes.
She's trying to do some good work.
Yeah, she is in Belize right now doing a humanitarian trip, so we're proud of her.
Oh, wow.
We've only had a few, like 2 emails from her, but she's having a great time.
That means she's having fun, rather than please, I want to come home.
I think they took their phones away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is actually really smart. It makes them look like tourists, and so we don't want that to happen. But one thing she did say, which I think is very interesting, I was telling you, is that she said that Americans, that the kids there, they're building a school, and they have to make the concrete from scratch, and the kids, every time it's really hard, the kids are so grateful to have a classroom to learn in, and so she gets to just play with these kids that are so grateful, and that's one thing that we've been having trouble with her, not with her, but with just kids in general, is how not to have kids be like that. But she said one girl that's 17 said to her, "I wish I could just tell all Americans to smile more. They have so much to be grateful for, and they don't smile enough." And so
What a great opportunity for her to see that. I think that's excellent.
I want to go. Can I be 16, 17,
I
18
know.
again?
I
and
wish
do
that's
one?
something I wish I would have done and never got around to doing.
I
But I
got
think it's good to do
either.
young. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely didn't love school. I mean, I loved lunch, and I loved my friends.
And
And
boys.
did you
Anything else
celebrate
in
a
high school
classroom?
other than that?
Is that weird?
And boys.
Dating,
Right,
sports, right? Food.
Yeah.
Well, and did any of you
I liked
celebrate a
dodgeball.
classroom?
That was fun.
Like
No.
No, I was
No,
like,
no.
when are we getting out of here? Is it 3:15 yet, or 3:45, or whatever?
Yeah,
time
when
we
that
got out of
bell
school?
rang, boom, I was out.
I was
the
sleeping,
door.
so I don't even remember what the classrooms look like. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I
I
was
think
like,
you
wait,
should-
where's the cute boy? Oh, he's cute.
He's cute. I think you should. I would
science.
love to talk about the article that you sent in about entitled.
I know. I think
Yeah.
we should go with
Okay.
that.
Let's go
because
with that.
I think it's so.
I sent in 11 things that will make your kids entitled, and we'll just do 3.
Okay.
So the number one, and I just want your guys' advice, but plus I probably have some of my own, is give them money whenever you want, whenever they want it. They say that will make them entitled, is if you give them money
Ruh-roh.
whenever they ask.
I do.
I love that we're showing.
Yeah.
These clips.
What not to do.
You know what? It's funny is I think that my kids are every single one of these characters.
Are you serious?
I feel like I'm most like Cam.
I love Modern Family.
But I feel like
I do give my kids money.
I do, and I have, and I can tell you this much: it is so much easier to spoil your kids than not. Like,
It is.
I'll just have this. I'll give them this front, like I'm so angry at them for being entitled, and then I'll go in my room and I'll text my daughter and be like, "All right, meet me in my room. I'll give you the 20." Like, it's so much easier. You just want them
You
to be
will
happy.
work for that.
So I'm messing them up.
I know.
That's so
well,
funny.
I think that is hard. It's funny. My husband came home. He and the boys went to Cabela's yesterday, and they're really excited about duck hunting in the fall. We have a new Labrador puppy that my 12-year-old is going to train, and they're very excited. But my husband was so tired last night, and he said, being a good dad is exhausting because we had to talk about lessons. When they were fighting, we had to work it out instead of just ignoring and being like, okay, go play, or go. When you're a good parent, it's harder.
Well,
It's
and that's
harder
funny
work.
thing. When you get a pet, you say all of you are going to help. That kind of goes in with having chores. All of you are going to help. I'm the one that scoops all the dog poop, and I'm the one that likes the dog the least.
It's so
I love
I
it,
know, but does the
I
dog
love
love
that you're
you the
taking
most
care of
because
that
you do
chore.
that, or no?
No, dog doesn't even care about me right now. I'm just
my-
the poop scooper.
Our puppy, and it's Gage's puppy.
I feel like we need a picture of your puppy like we have
I
with
start
Mackenzie.
to freak out. She's a little yellow alligator because her little teeth, but she loves me the most.
Oh, you know what that says about me is
How little you really
how
like
little
dogs.
I pay attention to
But
the
I
dog.
actually love that you're bringing this up because I think for me, like I just have my daughter. I just have one, my 10-year-old, and she's here somewhere. I hope she's
friends.
listening.
She's the cutest thing.
She's in the control room, actually.
Of course she is. Carl just said she's back here.
But she, it's hard. It's easier for me to just do it. It's easier for me to just clean up and just avoid the fight. And
you do a better
especially
job.
when you're divorced and you only have your children, 50% of the week.
Yeah.
It's like that 50% is so valuable to me, and it's not when I want to be like arguing and trying to, work through issues, but I think you're right. I think that is what makes a parent a good parent. Like what Matthew said is, you take the time and you do kind of break it down.
What
And-
I've noticed about Brielle, though, is her personality is so mature. She's
Yeah.
a very
she's like a
mature
little
little
adult.
girl. She is.
Yeah.
So she gets things and acts a little bit older than her age.
Yeah, except that when she wants me to go up and get her something, I'm like, you have 2 feet. You can walk
Right.
upstairs and get your iPad yourself.
But she is the cutest thing.
Oh, she's the best kid
spend
ever.
two
But
seconds with her.
it is. I'm just saying, it is easier to just do it sometimes as opposed to.
Well, I am winning on the good parenting because my kids' jobs, their chores consist of the dishwasher, and that's not for one child. They divide the dishwasher between the 3 of them.
Do they really?
I'm losing the battle,
Shiloh,
and one of them's
why?
18, so I'm done. Because it's easier. They don't vacuum the way I want it vacuumed. They don't straighten the way I want it straightened.
Oh my gosh,
so I just do
I-
it all.
My kids and my husband don't touch the dishwasher. I am the
They
dishwasher.
only do the
always.
dishwasher between all 3 of them. That's their only chore, though.
Okay, I
That's
want to
the
know what
safe
the
way
next.
to do
I
it.
want to know what the
Gosh,
next.
I love
5
this.
minutes.
Okay, what
I
else
know.
makes it
Okay, so
entitled?
the last thing is not
What
to
else
write
am I
them
doing
thank you
wrong?
notes, which I think is
Wait, what is it?
To not teaching them to write thank you notes, and I think that's just teaching them gratitude, which we kind of talked about with the humanitarian. It's just we have so much to be grateful for, and if we
Right.
don't teach our kids how to be grateful for what we have, or find a way to point it out,
Yep,
it's
that's
kind of
huge.
sad.
And sometimes you can do that in a text form. Like you can do a picture with them or something and send it to the grandparents and say thank you so much for the. It's not exactly a handwritten note,
It's
but
better
it can
than
get
nothing.
done. It's better than nothing.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Them knowing like how much things cost too, I think helps too. Which kind of leads to you because I feel like, generic versus name brand. Like,
I
do they
know.
go to the store and just spend all the money and they just think it all shows up?
Okay, I'm just going to roll through these because I want you to hear these. I thought they were interesting. The things to buy generic and the things to buy brand name. So generic, they say cereal because it's almost exactly the same. Why
Yeah.
not? Okay.
Really?
Spices and seasonings. Diapers because you use so many of them. It's
Yeah.
not too much different. Medications, they have to go through all the same testing, all the same criticism, and gasoline. Those things generic. The things to not buy generic these things totally trash bags. Trash bags.
Oh, no,
it
so
says that-
true.
Is it? I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
you
know
buy
that.
you buy a cheap trash bag and you are so mad when
Like
that.
it gets holy.
Oh yeah.
I only
Things
know how
poke
to buy
through
Costco,
easier.
so.
Toilet paper, and I totally agree with this. Like I mean, if you're camping and whatever, fine. But I mean, every
don't
day,
skip on the
nice
TP.
toilet
Yeah.
paper is
That's serious
that's
business.
really nice. Yeah. Major electronics.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
save some bucks by doing the cheap version, but they're not as good and they don't last as long. Batteries, which I did not know
Really?
this. I did not know this.
I-
They're
This
not
is
all
my-
created equal.
They are.
I did not know that.
My
I didn't know
favorite
that
one,
either.
Brian, is cheese. Don't
Really?
skimp on cheese.
Ever.
Isn't
What
that funny?
brand? What's the
It
big
says
brand
if
you
you're
should
really
go
a
for?
cheese lover, that the generic taste just doesn't cut it. That's what cheese is a weakness for me. I
Yeah.
love cheese.
Yeah.
In fact, my friend Stephanie and I, when we were pregnant and nursing, and all, we just would put a block of cheese out and
Have at
go
it.
for
Have
it.
at it.
Just
Yeah.
dig in.
Yep.
But generic, no. You got to get the good cheese.
Harmon
That was
has the best
heaven for
cheese.
you, is eating
yeah.
cheese the size of a car battery.
Wait, say it again, Brian.
Yep, it is. It truly is.
What?
Though. And then you get the shaver, and then you cut it off or shave it off, and how much is it whittled down?
really
it can
all
be
over your
really
face?
I
like
think
you
the
could have some
shaver.
serious cheese food guilt.
Oh yeah,
After
it
that
happens
thing.
on a regular basis.
I know.
So I don't know how many of you guys tuned into The Bachelorette last night.
And see her fall
So
like a million
much.
times.
oh, so much
much.
emotion.
Well,
Well, so she had a 2-on-1. How funny is that word, by the way? A 2-on-1 date.
I was
Like, who
telling you
says
this
that?
morning that I
On what
didn't know
planet?
that she got down and dirty with Nick because I was in
things got-
Reno.
Oh,
And
girl,
I think
you
she's
missed
been living
out.
under a pillow. For
Well,
the last
I know
forever.
Shiloh was offended that I
I
didn't know that.
So
Sorry.
offended.
So true. Well, Shiloh has strong opinions, but I think it's interesting. So JJ got sent home last night, which whatever. But I think you will be seeing more of JJ coming soon,
Oh,
from
boy.
what I hear.
Ooh, she's got the inside, people.
But this
She
is
knows.
what ultimately was maybe the most epic moment of the night was
Wait, I missed this part.
the cupcake breakdown.
The cupcake cry.
Oh, wait, is that real?
Oh,
Is
I'm
that
worried he's
real,
gonna fall off the
Michelle?
edge right there. Were you worried he was gonna
Oh,
fall off the
Stop
cliff?
it.
In my opinion, this
fall
is
off.
him auditioning to be the Bachelor.
I feel like it's a nationwide audition.
No, but
Like no
Can you have a
tears.
bachelor that's going to break down this much?
Well,
He's a
Jason
pansy.
Mesnick. I mean,
Wow.
How long have you known this
He's
woman?
a pansy.
he needs to man up.
That was an ugly cry. Carl just said that's true.
it was his audition, I
Is that
believe.
attractive?
I mean,
Like, I like a guy that can cry, but wow.
I just think
Do it in a manly way.
there was nothing manly about it. The whole show is just things aren't going well for
I
Caitlyn.
know.
No one's liking it. It's just been a really dramatic. And they made some changes. Now they're going to do the overnight dates before the hometown dates.
Okay, why do you think that is? I was asking,
Well-
like, why do you think they changed it?
I think because of what Chris Harrison said, like that way you're going in to meet families on an even playing ground because Caitlyn has had some off-camera time. We'll go with off-camera
yeah, I was going to say,
time.
interpretation
What a
is
She's had some
delightful way to
off-camera
put
time.
that.
equal opportunity for a
I
long
know.
time.
I know, but equal opportunity, does that mean she has to get it on with the other guys
Well,
to
no.
go in to make it fair?
You know what? To be honest with you, it is so crucial to have that off-camera time. To be honest, to just have the time when there's no cameras and you can just be
Real.
And so I do think I think that's important to have happen before the hometown. So we'll see. Next week should be epic.
They're just putting it in the order it should be.
It will be the
like
most
whatever.
dramatic season
Ever.
Ever.
For real.
For real. I'm
For
totally
real.
with you. Okay, coming up, I'm going outside and we have a live horse.
Oh,
Yes,
hey.
and we're going to talk about why the horse is there.
All right, let's do it. Hey, coming up later on Good Things Utah, chance takers are accident makers. We're talking 4th of July fireworks safety coming up.